Hey gang, out in the shop fixing to shut things down. Careful what you ask for. Actually, it's kind of funny. Neighbor came down, needed me to stick a tube in a tire for him, so I took care of that and went down and put the tire back on his mower for him. And he was looking at the lathe and whatnot. He's saying he retired, I guess, back in 2006-ish, in that time frame, 2007, and union steward. But he had a toolbox and had a bunch of different machinist tools and stuff. Said he didn't know first thing about half of what was in there, but it was just something that they gave him when he left. And he said, you know, if you want, we can take a look through there, see if there's anything in there that you could use. Well, I should have started this off with today. I was looking for a machinist thread gauge on eBay. I was wanting a decent one, not a generic knockoff or anything, and didn't have one, so wanted to get me a thread gauge. And when I talk thread gauge, I'm not talking, hang on, let me find it here. Where are you at? Different drawer? Yeah, different drawer. Not talking about, you know, a screw pitch gauge like this that's got all the different screw pitch. I'm talking about an actual thread gauge that you would use as a guide to cutting your high-speed steel bits to get them the right angle and stuff like that on a lathe with. And he had 4 pieces of high-speed steel, 2 nice long blanks, and then this one, this short one here. But I'll be sending these off to a friend of mine along with some others, because I use 3/16, not 1/4 inch. But not only did I find a thread pitch gauge that he was happy to give me for doing the work for him, but also I got this real nice Starrett protractor. It's got 30, 45, 60 degree graduations on it, so that could also help me in the way of getting my tools ground correctly. So there's that. It's number 236 from the LS Starrett Company. It's a 6-inch. But just kind of nice and neat that he would give it to me. And then a nice Norton 120 grit stone, which anybody that does any machining knows after you get done grinding your bits, hand stoning them afterwards, just help you fine tune them. So real nice Norton 120 grit stone for that. And then my thread pitch gauge, yay, got my thread pitch gauge, so I'm happy about that. And double depth of American National thread. You can see it's got the notches here for when you're grinding your different size bits. You can get them exact. So, and that's by Brown and Sharp Manufacturing, so that's a good quality piece there. And then these 2 little guys. These were cut out by one of the machinists where he worked, and I'm going to see if anybody here knows what that is. Let me put it against this blue background here so you can see it a little better. Anybody figure out and tell me what that's reminiscent of? It's going to take some of the older viewers probably to recognize this. Go ahead and flip it over. It's same on either side. It's just a piece of stainless that's been cut out, lasered out. But we'll see how many people can come up with what that is. Or I'll go ahead and zoom in on it a little bit. There you go. That'll just give you guys, some of you older guys, a little something to think. Where have I seen that before? We've all seen it. We have all seen it. So, anyway, there's that. And then the neatest little thing. Look at this little lasered out micrometer. Not functioning, obviously, but here we'll zoom in on that little guy too. Isn't that neat? Just a little baby micrometer. But anyway, let's get back into the little Craftsman box here. Little Craftsman box. Got some really nice workshop grade steel squares, and of course the box says it's for, you know, the 3-inch. There's the 3-inch. Nice for squaring your equipment up and whatnot. But the box held a nice and neat little surprise. A little 2-inch square. So getting the machining gear improved upon. Both of these are made in England. Back when you get good quality tools. So nice little right angle squares. So there you go. That was my freebie haul from my neighbor down the road. Nice guy. Thankful to him for that. And there's a little bit of junk on it. But that's it. Time to close up shop. Zippo's tired. Time for me to pack this stuff up and get my butt in the house and get something to eat. So we'll holler at you all later. As the tool collection grows for the machining, we'll continue to shoot the videos. I've had a lot of guys interested in seeing what kind of projects I will be doing. I've already done a few just simple projects, shouldering, cleaning up shoulders on shoulder bolts. Took some oil light bushing material and made a bushing. Just some small stuff, nothing major yet. Taking baby steps to get myself back into the swing of it all, and still have some work to do on the lathe as far as plumbing it up, squaring it up, getting the backlash out, as much of it as I can safely. Get the backlash out here and there, just different things. Getting the feed rates figured for screws. That particular lathe I have to change the gears on, so I need to study on that, and reading my machinist manuals and books and whatnot, brushing up on stuff, because it's been since 1992 since I got out of the Navy, and you know, that's a long time to go without having the hands-on machining. I've used it in simple terms, in improvised simple terms, but having this lathe is just really, it has jump-started the old Zippo back when he was just a young pup, and probably should have paid attention a little more. Alright, so that's it. This is Zippo. Later. Done babbling. I'm out.